I did watch a little bit already, I can't lie. Now, I can't say this is going to be, like, disturbing, so maybe viewer discretion advised, but, I mean, the chance of it, like, giving you night terrors, prob's not high, I can't lie. But, I mean, it might be.
Like and subscribe, join the Discord, now let's dive. For most, it's not every day you get the opportunity to buy a new TV. They can be pretty expensive, and there's often no point in upgrading, at least not for a number of years. I mean, after all, Scooper of Coop videos are in 4K, so who needs an 8K TV? But back in August of 2019, there were over 50 people who in the middle of the night got a new TV completely for free. And it was personally delivered to them by Sorry, misread the script. And it was personally delivered to them by a man wearing a 90s TV on his head.
Wait, what
no
date
joke.
Did he say?
The video
how long ago was this? He didn't put the date on the screen. I kind of zoned out.
Completely for free. And it was personally, there were over 50 people are in 4K, so who needs an 8K TV? But back in August of 2019, there were over 50 people who in the middle of the night got a new TV completely for free. And it was personally delivered to them by Sorry, misread the script. And it was personally delivered to them by a man wearing a 90s TV on his head. No joke. The video is a weird mixture of hilarious and extremely odd. First of all, these TVs are...
Okay. How is this going to get to disturbing? I've seen this before on TikTok. This was like a thing that was posted on TikTok loads. I thought this was fake. Like, also, second thought. Who the fuck is going to want a 90s TV? Generally, who's going to want that? But I guess that's not really the point of him delivering them, maybe. But who's really going to go, yeah, I really want that. But then again, I'll plug it again. Tomorrow, live at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. BST. We got Lofe back on. And we got some little chain together running it. So
no joke heavy, so to deliver 50 of them in one night, carrying them all the way from the car to the front doorstep without being noticed while wearing one on your head, that's a serious workout. There's a spider right across from me. Sorry guys, I'm back. This was also in August in Virginia, which means it's regularly 60 and 70 degrees even at night. So in other words, TV Bro is cooking in that outfit of his. Admittedly, this isn't so much of an internet mystery as it is an internet phenomenon, but I still think it's worth noting because it apparently isn't even the first year that this exact same neighborhood...
I'm gonna say this again. Again, side note. Porn stars. Not like porn stars, but like porn, like the show. Where the fuck is it? Okay, I can't remember. He showed a clip of porn stars. That's a dub show. And no one can chat on that. That's a good show. That's a really good show. Bro, porn stars is one of the, like, generally one of my favorite shows of all time. I used to get gassed about that shit. I genuinely used to get, like, excited about it. Like, extremely excited about it. Can't wait for the Lofe collab. Good boy. Should be excited. Would you like 50 quid for a Lambo? No, they wouldn't, bro. They actually had good deals. Back in the day, I was like, nah, you could get more for that Charizard Pokemon card. Because it's actually like a sky blue. And it's from Yu-Gi-Oh! But, I mean, it's kind of a fair price. I think they generally have some, like, good prices. Out of some reason. Why is that being flagged? Fuck ass deals. It's not a fuck ass deal. It's a good deal. It's generally it's a good deal. No one can convince me that shit's not a good deal. And I don't care who it is. You can't convince me a porn star... Okay, wait. I'm going to have to rephrase this because... If I just say porn star deal, it's going to sound like I'm talking about an actual, like Lana Rhodes type thing. Or Amaranth type thing. And that doesn't sound good. But what I mean is, like... They are just good deals in general. Like... They generally are just nice... Good deals. I mean, you're getting the value for your money. Because they're second-hand equipment. Unless you're bringing like Banksy or something in there, you're not going to get like 10 mil. Because that's just not how it works. Alright, lock in.
Exact same neighborhood has had an encounter with TV Man. In 2018, and from what I can tell, exactly 1 year prior to the day, a man wearing a TV had delivered 20 of these old school TVs to homeowners. My favorite quote though came from the police, who, when asked if these two TV deliveries were related, said, "That's not immediately clear." No, I would think it's pretty obvious. I don't think there's a whole lot of people who go around in jumpsuits delivering 90s TV sets while wearing one.
Wait. Didn't he also say that the guy was in the car? So, if they could see that he was in the car, can they see the license plate or something, or check street cameras or something, and just see if he's, like, actually in the car, or if he's just, like, fucking about? Because, at that point, you must just be in the car. And then you can get the license plate from the car. I've just repeated what I said like 3 times to get the point across in different ways. So if no one understood that, you're a fucking dumb. I can't say that word.
One on their head.
And I wasn't going to say the word. I was going to say the other word. Is this chillin' scares? Yeah. Oh.
In the middle of the night to the exact same neighborhood. Also, the way this guy gives as he walks away from the house, knowing the camera is watching.
TOS, boy. Alright, lock in.
Is horrifying. But with that said, the warm-up is done. Let's get weird.
JoshGoldenio.
Several moons back, user Current over on Reddit made a post to r/internet mystery saying the following. I think this guy's been posted about here before. Jin Kim is back, and left this note taped to the front doorstep of a restaurant recently, with a screenshot of a handwritten note taped to the floor of a restaurant, and the note reads the following. Dear God, gods, and or anyone else who can help me, e.g. members of a super intelligent alien civilization. The next time I wake-
No, because he's missed out a bit. E.g. time travelers or members of a super intelligent alien civilizations. Why are we like endorsing this and saying this is a disturbing internet mystery? There's more disturbing shit. Okay, I know everyone's gonna be like a bit like fucking like weirded out by this, right? But does anyone remember that like video of the people eating like no? Okay. I'm gonna describe it to you because I'm pretty sure everyone here has watched this. Because if you're above the age of like 5 years old, you've probably seen this video at some point in your life. There's 3 men in like weird like bit like almost like Teletubby suits. Oh my god, bro, the lisp is coming out mad. Teletubby suits of that like look like men with like just they look the same. And they're like a guy's eating soup and they're like stroking him and forcing him to eat it. Oh no, don't worry a bit. But no, you know what I mean. That shit hasn't been solved. I watched like something on it. Bro, Eggy, what have you said? 2 girls, 1 cup. Two girls, 1 cup. Is it actually 1 man, 1 cup? Is it? Fuck, I don't know. I've seen it. But the one way he's getting made eat soup, and there was a whole thing behind that. He's like eating his like dead family members. Why isn't that shit being solved? There's like theories about it. They're saying like. Because the suits got stolen by some musician. Me vs 1 cup, let's run it. That is not fucking normal. That isn't normal. Should we do that on live, Ashton? If we're gonna fucking once we get back from a little outing out in the countryside, I'm saying we run like a little, little crazy thing. And we go do little IRL shit, and we might have to run the 1 man, 1 cup.
Please change my physical form to that of Finn McMillan of South New Brighton at 8 years old and keep it that way forever.
I'm assuming South New Brighton's in America. Why do they have a session with English?
I'm so sick of this chubby Asian man body. Thank you, Jin Kim, aka a desperate soul. Alright, a bit of a weird thing to say, but that's not the strangest part of this rabbit hole.
Okay, why is he off? Why has he just put this clip in?
If we go a step further and type his message into any search browser, we get quite a few interesting results. For instance, the next most recent reference we see to this is on a website named Orange Socks, where the author made a post entitled Jin Kim with a picture of a child, and in the description, the exact same blurb about wanting to live in a random.
Okay, wait, is that Finn McMillan there? Is that the child he wants to be in the body of? Okay, first off, we can take 2 different things from this. The guy could just be like a pedophile. It's gotta be inside jokes. No way. Nah, I don't think it is. I reckon it's just some fucking... Bro, it's not even... Okay, I'm not gonna say this isn't disturbing, because he's just got some he's got Finn McMillan. That's like me going and plastering something like, yeah, put me in Ashton Plummy's 8-year-old body. Like... It could be, but also, same thing is... It's some random kid that he's like now posting pictures of. He could just like have a thing with kids. And that could be a bit dangerous because, yeah.
Child, and in the description, the exact same blurb about wanting to live in a random child's body. The only shift, however, from this blurb and the others is that the author makes the addition, parentheses, see the attached photo, alleging that the child in the image is the one who he wants to be. It's worth noting that this image has a watermark and looks like it's from the 1990s, so
if I'm gonna be dead ass with you, I do think he looks like someone I know, first off. Second off, when he said Finn McMillan, I immediately thought he was gonna be Ginger. Like, I'm not even taking I immediately thought he was gonna be Ginger. It just makes sense for him to be Ginger, and he is Ginger.
So I'm not sure if it's just a random photo the author chose, or if he has an actual obsession with this particular 8-year-old boy. So, hoping to get some answers, I reverse image searched the photo and found that outside of this Orange Socks website, it's not indexed anywhere else online. But it is mentioned multiple times on Orange Socks, including on the front page of their success stories, which actually made me really sad.
So that just means that it is a real child, probably. But then why does it have a news thing?
Because these kids do...
Is he going to explain it, or do I have to, like, research this myself?
who need help, and we've got this goofball acting a fool on this website. So I went back online to find more answers, and this only made me more confused. Jumping back another 3 years, we can find references to this message across the internet. And one of the strangest to me was on this Bitcoin forum, a bunch of users are chatting about new message signatures, and they appear to be quoting this author's message about Chal Chin Kim. There's no other context than that, not even how they found it. Reading through the rest of the messages only serves to make this mystery even stranger, as the members of this forum are referencing a completely...
Is that the message there? Chal Chin Kim wins the New Zealand. Win the New Zealand. Don't Google that. Why? I'm gonna Google it. Bro, it's just a bunch of Asians. That's not even me being racist, because it is actually just a bunch of Asians. And pictures of Batman, Edwin Kim, Faith Kim, Korean American Story. Why are they all from the same website? Joseph Kim, Lily Kim, Grace Kim, Lily Kim, writer Lily Kim, Kim Lily. Ooh. There's so many. Is this like a family heritage? Looking for a feral scrub or a tame adult in New Zealand. Why? Why?
Different Chal Chin Kim message that discusses winning the lottery and finding the cure for cancer. It makes no sense, I know, and the only connection I could get between these two different kinds of messages is that in the second one that we find on the Bitcoin site, which connects to the Orange Socks website from earlier that deals with childhood diseases. In addition to that, repeatedly on the Bitcoin forum, the users keep saying the following.
Wait, okay, he's missed out so much here. I like the star video, but he's missed out so much. Okay, so where did he reference childhood diseases in the first website? Is that what Orange Socks is? Like a childhood disease forum? And does he have like a thing with wanting to stop like childhood cancer? This is like, my brain isn't feeling too like confident with this. It's kind of confusing the fuck out of me. But it's something. I don't know, but it is something. What the fuck?
Don't look up Chal Chin Kim win the New Zealand. Which of course I did look up and came to see that there were now dozens of these messages across the web. In fact, just looking up Chal Chin Kim, you can find posts all the way...
I thought he was going to look it up, I can't lie. I thought I'd do that myself. None of that popped up for me. It was just a bunch of, like, Asians.
Back from the early 2000s, like this one about a different little boy from 2008, and in the comments, there it is again.
I don't know why, but every time I hear the story, I can't help but feeling bad for Cameron and wonder if they ever really figured out anything about his past life. What? I don't know what I believe on, but ever since seeing this documentary over 7 years ago, I can't stop thinking about what and how Cameron thinks about his memories now. Dear gods. Oh my god, wait, he's in there again.
A message from this...
Dear gods, and anyone else who can help me, e.g. time travelers or members of super intelligent alien civilizations. The next time I wake up, please change my physical form to that of Finn McMillan, formerly of South New Brighton at 8 years old, and keep it that way forever. I'm so sick of this chubby Asian man body. Thank you, Chal Chin Kim, aka a desperate soul. I said with no start. That's the first time I've sent with no start.
Author talking about wanting to be this little boy. And whoever wrote this replied 17 years later to this post. Like, what the heck, dude? And that's about exactly what you'll find across all sorts of threads. This random blurb from what we are meant to believe is a fat Asian man who wants to become a little boy. What's strangest to me though about all this are two things. Obviously the post itself is weird, but it's truly weird because it's been posted hundreds of times to the internet, and it's often just left in the comments of the most random things. And honestly, hundreds.
He could just be a dark web guy. Second, I don't know if is it racist if I say this? I said no, it can't be, surely. When I think of an Asian man, I only think of two people, and it's Master Wu and Mr. Miyagi, and Jackie Chan, and Bruce Lee, and Jason the Ween, and Chung-Chi. And it's not racist because they're all different, like, Asian men. If I think of an Asian woman, I just think of, like, an Asian woman, and I can't explain it. It's not racist because I'm just, like, saying it. But, like, because if I think of a white guy, I think of me. Yeah, I just really think of me. That's about it. I generally just think of me if I think of a white guy. Black guy, I think of Michael B. Jordan, Jude Bellingham, Flatboy Max, Corey X Kenshin. Back to the white guy stuff. I think of Jacksepticeye when I think of a white guy. He's like a pretty white guy. But I think of an Asian when I think of Pokemon. When I think of Asian, I like think of Sinner because I've had some like past experiences with Sinner.
Is probably an underestimate because you can find this saying so far back into the most obscure places that you.
Wait, how many years ago was this? Like, is he given the dates? Okay, wait.
Saying so far back into the.
Which one is it? Dear God. Okay, so wait,
most obscure place.
Does it tell me the date? I want to know the date of when this happened.
And the second
word 5, not 2. Wrap it up, buddy. What the fuck are you on about? What do you mean 5, not 2? Wrap it up. I'm confused.
The thing to me is that whoever was writing this went from just random posts online to now leaving random letters in real life. All in all, I don't know what to make of this, so let me know if you think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here, or if something else truly weird may be going on.
I'm still confused. None of that made sense to my brain. But is what it is. Wait, I gotta do something. Wait. Some shit just happened. In 5 gentlemen, not 2. Actually, I never said the amount I would name. I never specified that. I never said I was gonna name particularly 8 Asian men, or 5 Asian men, or 2 Asian men. I never said that. I'm boosting my fucking views. I'm just gonna go on my channel and watch myself. I gotta get that affiliate link. I gotta get that affiliate link for Twitch. I don't care. I'm doing it. I've got Bear Man that just won't show up in here, so I gotta get that affiliate link, and I don't care. Fuck. Go high on that page. Thank you, baby cakes. Shit. Wait. Now I'm missing this. But now I'm missing this. Shit, bro, this is mad confusing. Okay, I'm gonna do it now. I'm locked in.
8 months ago, user SlowMemory29 made a post to r/creepy discussing a strange find him and his friend made outside one fateful afternoon. My friend found this weird balloon with crazy writing on it. He reported it to Crime Check and they said not to worry about it. If it were a prank, why would someone joke about something like this? And the balloon, upon closer inspection, has the following statement written on it. Manhole under the gravel in the backyard and under the stove or fridge. 14 kids kidnapped. Lions Glen Apartments, number 23 through 25 and 26. Well, I dare say that's.
Did he say 2018 this was in? When did he say this was happening?
/creepy discuss. 8 months ago, user SlowMemory.
8 months ago. Oh. I have no explanation. I thought he was going to be like, when was this? Yeah, okay, this video was posted this year. I thought he was going to say, like, this is in 2018. I was going to say, like, oh, it's the fucking Pennywise
14
craze
kids kidnapped.
And, the clown craze. I'm being dead. I still think I'd fuck up with one of those clowns. Bro, if I had a clown coming at me, bro, I'm sweeping its leg, I'll put it in a chokehold, and I'm just going to start going ham. I'm actually just gonna start going ham on it. I don't care, bro. Not even that. I think I could do some like crazy shit to it to like put it down, like submissive shit. And I'm not talking about like gay stuff. I'm not talking about like sticking it in and like, you know, like because they might have like blades in their arsehole. But I'm talking about like I reckon I could like put in like a little chokehold, throw it, get it on the ground, elbow, and then just start going at its head. Bro, because it's got a mask on. It's got... Oh, my God. Or I just fucking use a mask to choke it. Because it's a clown. A clown fucks your bitch ass up. Shut up. A clown is not beating me in a fight. You're telling me this thing... You're actually telling me this thing would fuck me up in a fight. I would fuck up Pennywise in a fight. Bro, if I'm not scared of him, what's he gonna do? If I'm not scared of him, what's he gonna do? Because I just hit him. Like, see, like, okay, this was the mask I was on about a second ago. They wear those masks. Is that a real human? Okay, that is a real human. Like these masks here. You grab it from here and you just fucking pull, and it can't beat you. That's just how it works.
Lions Glen Apartments, number 23 through 25 and 26. Well, I dare say that's a balloon that would scare Pennywise. Now,
I maybe boost my views right now. I'm on 3 right now.
Now, considering it was written on a balloon in kind of poor handwriting, it was pretty hard to tell what exactly was written on it and to come to this consensus. So there was an internet war that broke out between the neckbeards and the basement dwellers, which resulted in OP getting a surprising amount of hate for this post. Like he had...
Okay, wait. I've just missed like 10 shit because I was just fucking looking at this. Does anyone remember this video? This thing blew up. I remember this. The fucking fat guy started making some weird sounds. I need to get that up in a second. Mods, put that shit in chat.
Pennywise. Now
I'm back on Jin Kim. What the fuck?
Prank. Why would...
Okay, we've
someone joke about something. Manhole under the gravel mapped. It's a balloon that would scare Pennywise. Now, considering it was written on a balloon in kind of poor handwriting, it was pretty hard to tell what exactly was written on it and to come to this consensus. So there was an internet war that broke out between the neckbeards and the basement dwellers, which resulted in OP getting a surprising amount of hate for this post, like he had taken the children himself. Even though I would think that if you were to find a balloon that claims there are trapped children somewhere, it's probably worth doing a little bit of digging. And thankfully, we weren't the only ones who thought so. After trying several variations of the writing and the possible addresses, there was a ding on the radar. A user uncovered a series of apartments that matched the address given on the balloon and that were across the street from several homes. This was a pretty urban area, so most of the homes and apartments in that area are very similar, except for what else a few of these users found. Across the street from this particular apartment building, there was a home with the backyard under some sort of development, and one can see what appears to be a highly similar version of what the balloon describes. And it's also important to note that in this area where the address is given for, there is no other gravel except for this one spot. Even stranger, there is an apartment building across the street from the construction site that does seem a little sus. What some sleuths found online was that matching up the angle of the apartment building, there were only a handful of units that could see into the gravel backyard. And when comparing that with some online listings...
I'm mad confused now. Because this is some jobless shit. This is some jobless actual like fat ass shit. Bro, they are cheerleading. Because you're generally like spending your time to solve this shit. What do you do with your life? You're comparing the Google Maps images. This is jobless as fuck.
The numbers of the apartments in question were 23, 25, and 26, among a few others. An odd coincidence perhaps, but not altogether impossible that something more is going on here. That, however, is about as much credence as this story possesses, and since I like to disprove things rather than just assume they're false, I'll give the opposition a fair swing here. The reason I find this hard to believe is that the author of this letter claims that a portion of the 14 children are being hidden under a stove or a fridge in an apartment building, and I don't know if you've ever seen an apartment
No, you said Mano.
building, but it's not like they have a whole lot of room left in between units.
Okay, but also, not every fucking apartment... not every apartment building is going to be like this room.
Especially not enough room to hide a bunch of children. So it's pretty much impossible for me to believe that part of this claim. Also, one's gotta wonder how long the balloon had been in the air, how far it had flown, and the fact that it had just ended up right in OP's front yard is a little convenient considering...
Did he even say... Wait. Did he even say it was in his front yard? Second off, it gave the address of the place. Like... Wouldn't you just think that?
It could have ended up anywhere. So in my mind, it's not impossible this is real, but it's also a bit hard to get behind. Then again, though, the description of the backyard did match up. All in all, a weird mystery with some potentially dark undertones.
And as such, because really, see the pigeon. Damn, the pigeons might have sent the balloon out. That's the first play. Pigeons might have sent the balloon out, flown it over. The second off, if it's like if it is a real balloon, say like someone did write on it, it's weirdly accurate. Third off, the chance of someone playing a fucking Pennywise prank in the Big 25 is crazy. Maybe not, no, in a Big 24 at the time that the balloon was sent out and found is kind of crazy. Because the new trailer for it hadn't even dropped. Like, there's no hype around it, and you're just trying to start some shit, but still,
I don't know
it's really weirdly accurate.
Exactly what to think, but I would like to hear your guys.
Also, by the way, can we talk about the amount of tabs open? I should have addressed it earlier. Reddit, X, search, Reddit, search, YouTube, search, YouTube, Reddit, YouTube. What the fuck are they? Sky News, Fox News? I don't know. That looks like a gun. Reddit, CNN, Valorant. Looks like fucking Valorant, like Stone Rank. I don't know. YouTube. This is generally like jobless as fuck. The pic of Bryce twin. What? AIDS. Dudley Town. Lash. Jeffrey Allen. Interview with X. Winner dialogue. New World Order. What the fuck, bro? He's got some US laboratory promotion. Why has that got a Target logo? Alright, first off, two things. Jobless as fuck. Why do you have so many red tabs open? Second off, what are your pins? What is his pins?
His thoughts down below.
Why has he got New World Order and US laboratory?
Below.
What's he researching?
Unique prayer rug for $333,000. Please read the description in order to discover. Now, what are we trying to discover? Because that is a mighty overpriced rug. But don't worry.
Like, he's on some shit above me though. That's better research than I can pull off.
What you discover is that you're getting a lot more than that for your money. What the seller is really offering here is this dapper young lad. Yeah, I don't like that.
What? I zoned out again. Fuck. I looked at my phone for too long.
This is a mighty overpriced rug. But don't worry, what you discover is that you're getting a lot more than that for your money. What the seller is really offering here is this dapper young lad. Yeah,
it could be a printed rug. It could be a printed rug, but
like that.
Who's buying it? It could be a printed rug. I'm just gonna say it right now. It could be a printed rug. There's a high chance it's a printed rug.
And I'm also not a fan of the fact that the rug is the only part that's $333, and it's the shipping that costs.
Wait. That's not 300. Is he kind of lunatic? $333,000. Standard international shipping. Oh, the shipping. Wait, the shipping's $333,000.
The extra $333,000.
Oh,
that just doesn't seem right. All jokes aside, though, this is super strange and far too Diddy-esque for me. I've listed a few things on eBay, not children, and it's not like you can accidentally upload a photo of your child wearing a matching.
Okay, wait. Is this his? Is it? I'm assuming this is his browser. Okay, back to his browser one more time. It's still there. It's still there. All that shit's still there. He must be working on videos. The tabs are still crazy because I don't care if you're doing YouTube. This is some jobless shit. You're generally like on some jobless stuff if you have this many tabs open. My PC can barely run like 4 tabs at a time, otherwise before it crashes. Or just dies. I don't know. But it does it.
Shirt
can't
to
do
your
that much.
rug. You have to confirm your listing several times and review it another couple of times before it actually goes live. Additionally, the item is shipping from Uzbekistan, so I'm even more sus. But what pushes me over the edge here is that in the frequently bought together section.
What is this video? 2011. That's not. Is that Uzbekistan? Why are they picking? Is that cotton or trash? Because I don't want to be insensitive here. Is that cotton or trash? I don't know, but whatever it is, that kind of feels fucked up.
Listing, there's another child for sale, and it's pretty clearly not the same child as the first post. His face is completely different, and he's wearing a totally different outfit. However, he does have the same price. More disturbingly to me, though, his picture was taken on the same background, which makes it harder for me to.
Yeah, but then again, this could also just be someone taking the fucking piss and posting a picture of their children for $333,000 because they're not gonna actually. Who's gonna? How are you shipping a child? Like, in like, honesty, like, this is someone taking the piss, because how the fuck are you shipping a child? You can't just like shove it in a box and ship it, because it's gonna cry or squirm or like wheeze. You're not just gonna be able to do that. Like, no.
Believe that this was just an accident because the seller did it twice with 2 separate kids wearing matching outfits to the rugs they're selling and took the photos in the same place. I mean, come on, you know what you're doing here. The real kicker for me though is that this was listed 2 years before the Wayfair trafficking scandal, so it's not as though this was some sort of attempt to gain traction by piggybacking on that or whatever other weird reasons they could have had. Moreover, the descriptions for this item are so weird. Seller notes: when you have everything but you still feel emptiness, when your hands can reach the sky but you have no will to step ahead and you can't see.
Again, but I came back when this was. I came back when he started reading this. His voice is like too quick for me to like understand. So I need to read out myself. When you have everything but you still feel emptiness, when your hands can reach the sky but you have no will to step ahead and you can't see meaning in anything around, when you want to change all but don't know how to start, get this unique prayer rug with story and start to feel spiritual peace, because if God wills, this prayer rug will be your shield against hell. A single drop of tears shed for the sake of God can put out the fire of hell. May Almighty reward you with paradise if you buy this unique asset for the sake of Him. What? Yo, I've got some fucking good reading. I think I've got
meaning in anything around. When you want to change all, but you don't know how to start, get this unique prayer rug with story and start to feel spiritual peace. Because if God wills, this prayer rug will be your shield against hell, as a single drop of tears shed for the sake of God can put out the fire of hell. May Almighty reward you with paradise if you buy this unique asset for the sake of Him. Quran was recited sitting on this rug. May Allah reward you for your generosity. What the heck, bro? And trust me, we're not done with the strange.
Is that what they're saying? Did someone fucking buy it? That's it. Are they being like? Did someone buy it? Is that what they're saying?
Let's take it another step down and see what it says below that. I can't offer you the key of paradise, but I can offer you a unique prayer rug which will lead you to paradise. Unique prayer rug and handkerchief filled with tears for the sake of God during congregation, prayer, and dua khatam al-Quran on Layla.
I'm telling you right now, he fucked that shit up. Dua khatam al-Quran, I don't know, Layla?
Al-Qadir. Oh,
yeah, he fucked that shit up bad.
Man, I definitely butchered that one. Only God.
But, I mean, if you fuck it up and you don't know how to pronounce it, that's not racist. I mean, that's just how life is. Sometimes you fuck stuff up. You know what? Let me drop some motivational shit. I'm gonna drop some chat when I'm done with this clip. This shit. I'm telling you right now, when I'm done with this clip, this is going on the TikTok because I've seen some motivational shit and I needed that kind of push this. That's not me clip farming. I genuinely just want to drop some motivational shit. When you want to do something in life, and you have people in your way that are stopping you, remove those people from your life. If someone's blocking you from what you want to do, something you want to go for, something that's your dream. Whether it's your dream, just a job, you want to start a job off, you want to go somewhere, you want to go on a road trip somewhere. If someone's blocking you from doing that, and you know you have full capability of doing it, just remove that person from your life. It's not worth it. Being able to do what you want is the gift of life. And in the current society, it's kind of hazed, but we all have a gift of life. The chances of you being born are so low. So the fact you are here and you are able to do something, whatever you decide to do with your life, you're able to do it. Just do what you want to do. Whether it's, for me, it's streaming. I really want to do this shit. I generally have a gut feeling this will go somewhere, and I'm going to keep going for it no matter what, right? That's my shit. I don't care if people fucking take the piss out of it. That shit doesn't matter, because other people's opinions don't matter. End of the day, it's your life. You're not going to see those people in like 2 years. Half the people you know right now are going to be gone. Except for like the really close group of friends you have. So if you have a close group of friends that back you, and if they don't back you, they're not your fucking friends. Alright? So it doesn't matter if someone takes a piss. It doesn't matter if someone takes a piss out of you. Because you can just ignore it and keep doing what you want to do. Because if you have the belief that someone can go somewhere, then do it. And that's like the key to life. Do what you love and do what you want to do no matter what. Because it doesn't have to make you shit tons of money. Right? The goal for stream for me is, I've got some crazy fucking goals for this, I can't lie. But the main goal for me is to be able to provide and make money off this and live off the fact that I can stream. Because I have a passion for this. To me, working a 9 to 5 is hell. I have like a part-time job and I hate it. I generally don't like it. But to other people, the 9 to 5 could be the dream. They have like a 9 to 5 that they really want to do. It's a passion. It might be something creative. You might want to do editing or art or something like that. Just chase what you want to do, no matter what anyone else says. Because if you just listen to what other people says, you're never going to do what you want to do. If someone criticizes what you do, then it's either a sense of insecurity or they just don't have something the same way. They don't have a passion like you have a passion for something, and they're either jealous or they're just being a fucking hater. And you know what? Listen to them. Take what they say as motivation and prove them wrong. Because when you've got to a point in what you want to do, that you're successful, you're known in what you want to do, you're doing well in life, you're enjoying what you do, you love your life, you love your job, because that's the goal of life. Love your job, love what you want to do. They're going to look at you and go, damn, I fucking hate him. And then that's all they have. And I'm not saying that person's going to be like unsuccessful in life, because again, everyone should chase their dreams, everyone should do what they love, and there should be no hate in this life. So, but just do what you want to do. See, drop some motivation. Chat, clip that.
God knows the real value of this prayer rug, and this can be appreciated only by those who love him. I believe there are still people who are not negligent for the sake of Almighty. May God reward those who are generous for the sake of him. Starting price USD 333,000. Buy it now, depends on your generosity. Cryptocurrency is acceptable. Contact me.
The crypto
email
shit's made it look really
attached.
dodgy. I know I got on a tangent. I had to get that in my brain. The crypto shit's really fucking dodgy. As soon as someone says, crypto's available, it might be some dodgy stuff. Because crypto transfers, like, normally, not all the time, like, okay, no, I'm going to rephrase it. Crypto transfers aren't as trackable, I believe. They're not as trackable as everything else. Maybe they are now. But if this was 2019, they might have not been as trackable. Because it probably wasn't as big in 2019 as it is today. So I doubt there was trackable. And if someone's saying that, it might be some, like, trial trafficking stuff. Me saying that might be TOS. I'm sorry, Twitch. I'm saying like an educational way to be like, don't do it. But cryptocurrency might be a bit dodgy back in 2019. But then again, I ain't like the crypto king or Res.
Now that is just weird. I don't know who would write that, especially if you were trying to sell this honestly. It's convoluted, it's creepy, and it's really just not up my alley, guys. I mean, that being said though, if anything in the past 10 years has been taught to us, is that this sort of stuff is happening more than we think. And who knows, maybe what they're doing is directly telling us that they are selling this child. I don't know, but it is sure convenient that they do accept crypto for payment. But hey.
See, second thing, what does any of the stuff he said in the description have to do with it?
That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below.
That doesn't make sense.
This last one comes to us from my fiance Chase, and I gotta say, it's pretty crazy. And based on my analytics, the majority of you guys and gals who are watching right now were alive when this came online over a decade ago, so I want you to take yourselves back to 2012, put yourself in your chair, looking at Reddit. It's a typical day when you stumble across the following post. What is an extremely dark or creepy true story most people don't know about? Now, it being the internet and specifically Reddit, you don't expect much.
The AI, like, chimp videos and shit, and the gorilla videos and like the Yeti videos, bro, I love them. They're so I love them, bro. The Yeti law on Instagram, bro, that shit's so good. I love it.
Maybe you think about the story of your mom who made a dish that was a combination of fish, bacon, and alligator toenail.
On the creepy shit, the story of the guy eating his family soup, that was crazy. That gave me nightmares for ages. What's going on with his little like leg there?
But one user had a much different story. He responded with the following post. Nobody knows about this story, but I will tell you, Reddit. This is about my uncle. I think it was the late 1970s or 80s, I can't remember which, but my uncle is old. He's like 50 now. Anyway, he took a trip to the Grand Canyon with his friends. They were driving along the Grand Canyon and stopped near this area with hedges, brush on the side of the canyon and decided to take one of your standard funny Grand Canyon pictures. They had a really funny idea. This part's redacted. My uncle was to stand on the side of the Grand Canyon with a fishing rod and pretend to fish off the side of the canyon.
Wait,
so they ended up.
So why is it redacted? But he's reading what?
Taking the picture, and shortly after packed up and drove off. So they took the role to be developed, and when they saw the picture, they noticed something very strange. In the picture, not far behind my uncle, was a man dressed in all black with pale white skin, standing there in the brush, just staring at the camera with a knowing smirk on his face.
Why has he put the fucking music, bro? It's creeping me out.
He said he and his 2 friends were in that spot for about 15 minutes. My uncle and his friends claimed that they did not know the man, that they were the only ones in that spot, and that the Grand Canyon was vacant of tourists that time of year. They still know nothing about the man, and the picture still exists. I will post it if there's enough demand. I have to find it first. I think it's on his Facebook or something. Now that is quite the claim, and 13 years...
Okay, so is there a picture, or is there just not one? Because if there's not a picture, what's the fucking point? But, that is weird. I've got nothing to say about it, other than that just seems like one of them things that just... Like, those pictures are like, they take in like an old house and there's a ghost behind them. Woo! Like, it's weird, but then again, like, it's some random guy on Reddit. Can you trust it? It's some random fucking guy on Reddit in, like, 10 years ago. In 2015.
Years later, I still get the chills. Honestly, thinking about the Grand Canyon and standing on the edge is enough to make the stomach turn. It's so easy to organically slip and fall, and it's not hard for me to imagine some troglodyte drinking a White Claw trying to take a photo with 1 foot hanging off the edge. So the idea of having someone unknown watch...
Troglodyte? That took me a minute to process. I don't know what that means. Is troglodyte like a mean thing to say to someone, or is that just like kind of like a normal thing to say? Because it sounds mean, but I don't know if it is.
You would be haunting. And it seems that to this day, it remains so for OP's uncle because a short while later, he updated us with a bit more information and a rather disturbing photo. Edit, here it is.
But he didn't post a fucking photo! If he doesn't post a photo, there's no proof. I don't... If there's enough demand, but I guess I'll post a photo. Just fucking post it and show us. Just, if you don't want to show your fucking uncle, then like, block his face. Like, put, like, a blur on his face or something. Just show us the fucking photo. Because I'm not going to believe this if you don't show the photo.
I know you're thinking, it was probably extremely difficult for the photographer to not notice the man, but my uncle and the photographer swear by the story. He's pulled my leg in the past, but I am not a child anymore, and he still tells the same story. Many members of my family have seen the picture and say they do not know the man either, and know the majority of my uncle's friends, especially the 2 on the trip. Now, I won't tantalize you any longer. Here is the photo in question.
Oh shit, they did post it. Oh, bro, Yo, that just creeped me the fuck out. Ooh. Okay, he looks like the pig guy, the pig man. I remember that shit. Used to freak me out. Second off, what the fuck? That's creeping the fuck out. I'm being dead serious right now when I say this. I actually got chills down the back of my like body. Bro, no, because I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. But yeah, that's freaky as fuck. Bro, I'm actually looking at him, and I don't think I've looked at a picture in a while and got like scared. I don't think I've looked at a picture in like a minute and been like, ooh, that's not like even some of the old videos used to freak me the fuck out. Like, I'm used to them now. This shit is like creep the fuck out of me. Bro, wait, when I say pigman, does anyone know what I'm on about? No, I'm assuming not, right? I'm assuming no one knows what I'm on about when I say pigman. Because that's like an old thing. Not any of that. Oh, this might be too... I don't think I can show this. This might be TOS. Okay, this is not the... No, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, okay, actually, no, I found something he looks like. He looks like Jeff the Killer. I think that's kind of what I was referencing. I don't know if I can show this either. This might also be TOS. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Jeff the Killer is, right? Yeah. He looks like bro, he has no eyebrows either. I can't show Jeff the Killer on fucking stream. It's got blood around his mouth and shit. It's gonna be TOS. But what I mean is, like, bro, he's pale. He's got no eyebrows. It looks like he's got no eyebrows. It doesn't look like he has any hair. And he's in a cloak. I've just clocked that. I thought he was in a hoodie. He's in a fucking cloak. Bro, he actually might be like a vampire or something that can go in the sun. Or like a demon. Oh, no. Bro, that's creepy. Nah, I'm looking at it. It's not freaking me out as much anymore, but it's still really weird.
And for those of you annoyed by the arrow, it took a little bit of searching, but I did find one without that arrow, and that's also not a scan, and that's the original. Okay,
so the original was not as creepy because you can't see his face. The original was way less creepy because when you look there, actually it might be worse because he looks more deformed. But it's creepy.
It's really creepy. By all appearances, it seems like a demon is sticking his head out from behind the trees, feet from a man on the edge of the Grand Canyon.
He's so close. I just realized that.
Winter, while there's ice. While this figure simultaneously stares down the camera.
Okay, when he zoomed in, it just looks like some random fucking like 18-year-old. I can't lie.
With kind of a smile, but there's no way this is real, right? Well, there's a lot of theories on that, but they break down into a few key sides.
Why have you put Jeffrey Dahmer?
It's staged, it's edited, or on the other hand, it's a supernatural entity really there caught on camera by accident. Or it's an evil individual who was about to push OP's uncle into the canyon, but realized he was being watched and was on camera. As for the first two, if this was faked, it wasn't digitally edited. Scans have proven that several people have done, and more so, there are no signs of the photo being manipulated whatsoever.
What's like a mannequin, something that's set for kids? That's not a mannequin. That's actually not a mannequin. Wait. Can we look at it again? Where is it? Fuck. That shit is not a mannequin, bro. He's got lips and eyes, and his eyes look like they have, like, life. Also, how would they not notice the fucking mannequin beforehand? Because the guy could have just been hiding somewhere and then just, like, popped out. Like, but back on the thing I was saying. How do you scan it to see if it's been edited?
Of the photo being manipulated whatsoever. Meaning, if this was faked, it had...
Whose passport is this? Peak. Paul Young. British citizen. I'm gonna steal his passport number.
Had to have been done in the moment over 50 years ago. Which, let's be honest, is a lot of work. You're on a road trip like OP discusses and decide to purchase a giant overcoat and makeup, stop at the Grand Canyon while you're on a time crunch because you're on a trip, set up the whole outfit, put the whole outfit on, walk all the way to the canyon's edge, stand on it posing, while your friend runs what seems to be a pretty fair distance to a...
That's worrying me. This is also freaking me out. Bro, the fact he's just there and how close he is there is just freaking me the fuck out. The fit's hard. He's kind of nonchalant there, though, because he's kind of just looking over. He's pretty nonchalant, if I can't lie. But also, I don't feel like... Maybe if it is a joke, bro, getting a fucking overcoat and then just putting it on isn't that hard. And show you're not on that much of a time crunch, right?
Different part of the canyon to get a shot of you, while your third friend stands behind your first friend, pretending to be a demon, hiding in the trees, in winter, while it's slippery. Also, you can make a long-lived internet hoax.
No. What is this? Because is this going to freak me out?
20 years before you've heard the word internet, but not just for any part.
Okay, it's not going to freak me out. I was actually stressing. I was stressing it's going to freak me the fuck out.
The internet, but for a Reddit thread reply, not even an actual post, Reddit itself being something that you wouldn't know existed for another 30 years.
And you can't trust Reddit. It's
just after you took the photo, generally speaking. I don't know, man. That seems like a lot of ifs and what ifs to me. And bearing that in mind, even if OP's uncle did stage this as some sort of boomer meme in the 70s, he would have to carry this picture around for him everywhere to get any use of it. It just doesn't make any sense. And he wouldn't get anything from lying to his nephew 30 plus years after the incident either. So who then do I think is the man actually in the background?
I mean, realistically, it could just be some creepy looking dude that was just like walking about and just happened to be there when the photo's taken. But the overcoat and having a hood up and looking like that fucker, because he's pretty chopped, I can't lie. He's really chopped. Bro, you got an overcoat on? What type of fit is this? You look kind of nonchalant, but you look chopped as fuck because you're pale as shit. You got like some weird ass buzz cut shit going on there. Like, you kind of ruined your aura by like doing this because you got caught out by the camera. I mean...
Yes, man, demons are real, but I don't think this is one of them, at least not literally. What I think is the most compelling case is the one I saw originally brought up by an article discussing this photograph.
Okay, this is gonna hurt my eyes.
Allegedly, there are no serial killers who have ever used the Grand Canyon as their main method of dispatching their victims, but I sort of find that hard to believe. I would wager some have used it, but none have been caught, and there's one case in particular that connects back to this image, and that is the story of Robert Spangler. Animal is probably more of a fair term for this fellow than man, as he took the lives of his wife and 2 children in 1978, and by some failure of the...
What? Like, wife and 2 children in... Whoa. Oh, shit. That kind of got deep real quickly. I didn't expect that. I thought it was like one guy that died. I didn't expect him to be. I thought Jeff Spangler died. I don't know that.
Justice system not only didn't suffer a single consequence for these actions, was actually let off scot-free because he had staged the.
What? What? How? Whoa. He got let. No. Wait. Rewind a second.
He didn't suffer a single consequence for these actions, was actually let off scot-free.
Now, how does that happen? How have you fucked up that bad that happens? That's actually mental. He killed 3 people and he just doesn't get a punishment. In 1978 as well, sure, that's death sentence. Because I swear they were still using a bear back then. Surely that's just like straight death sentence. Surely, right? It must be.
Because he had staged the crime scene to make it look like the wife had done it. Apparently didn't do a very good job, but they fell for it anyway. In addition to that, filled more.
He didn't do a good job, but they fell for it? What? Ah. You know what? I mean, he got away with it. He's probably dead now. It was nice, and he looked pretty fucking old. He's probably dead. So
multiple lie detector.
He's going to be in hell anyway.
Tests and broke down in interrogation. But I digress. We talk about him because he then went on to live for another 15 years, a crime in and of itself, married another woman, and on April 11th, 1993, he then took his new.
Wait, let me guess. He pushed her in the Grand Canyon.
Wife Donna Sundling on a little trip to the Grand Canyon where she would plummet into the depths.
Oh wow, he probably pushed. Wow, the guy that murders his wife and children probably pushed her. Also, why would you marry him? Like, yeah, I think even then that should just be so obvious that he killed them. And you just went and married him? That's just kind of idiotic to me.
Making the total 4 victims of this dude. But no, it does not cease there. He had a second wife named Sharon, who he divorced before the Grand Canyon wife. And then, using the grief of losing that wife to the canyon, he was able to ingratiate himself with this second wife and got back into Sharon's good grace.
Okay, wait. Let me take a wild guess here. I know this might sound random as shit. Did he push her into the Grand Canyon? That might sound crazy, but I mean, you never know. Like what's going on in my headphone? Some wild stuff happens. I mean, he's had 3 incidents with his wife's dying. I mean, and one was also in the Grand Canyon, and he's taken you there, and he's guilt tripped you into getting with him after the sorrow of his other dead wife, and taken you to the Grand Canyon, where she died. Keep in mind, why would you want to go there? Why would he want to go there if he's that deeply hurt by it?
Races until she died of a drug overdose on April the 2nd,
I was wrong. She didn't get pushed into the Grand Canyon. But was it in the Grand Canyon?
94. In proof the system is broken, he got an insurance payout from her death.
Oh, come on! He got an insurance. Oh, this is. Bro, his wife, all 3 of his wives have died. You link it like that, and you go, oh, maybe he killed them all. Because that's not that hard to link, right? All 3 of his wives have died. Mysteriously, oh no. And he murdered the kids. Like, surely just charge him for all the fucking crimes, so there's proof now that all 3 of his wives have died for different reasons, but all linked back to him.
Death and
I'm okay. Wait. I'm pretty sure you could get other people to say that the girl that died of the drug overdose wasn't a drug addict, probably, because what drug is she overdosing on in the 70s? Coke, fucking LSD, like, and she's been let. How has he been let go?
And was never charged for it. All of this may sound like a tangent, but for one, it's at least proof that the use of the Grand Canyon for convenient killings does happen. And 2, most importantly for this case,
I'm gonna say one thing. How was the drug overdose linked to the Grand Canyon? Because I know they were there, but how's that linked? I know it's still crazy as shit because I mean he killed his wife in the Grand Canyon because of a drug overdose, but how's it linked back realistically? Because he could have done that anywhere and kind of been like, well, she died of a drug overdose. It's fucked up. I'm not trying to say, like, but why would you go back to the Grand Canyon? But I feel like, I know Ray says, but why would his girlfriend or wife at the time, my bad, believe that he'd want to go to the Grand Canyon where his ex-wife had died?
I think
that in itself is a bit of a red flag.
That Robert looks a lot like the guy in the...
Bro, he shows the photo and I look at it and fucking creep me out. I didn't think he was going to flash it. Shit. That creeped me the fuck out. Bro, every time I pause it, he kind of like stands there. He looks like he's looking at my soul.
Photo. And mind you, in this photo, he's about 20 years younger than the one I'm showing you on screen now. But I think we can...
Okay, wait, let's decipher this shit. Wait a second.
Robert looks a lot like the guy in the photo. And mind you, in the...
Okay. Nose. Nose, I'd say so. Lips. Oh, shit. He's got a fat-ass nose. His bottom lip's fatter than his top lip, it looks like. His bottom lip looks to be more defined than his top lip. I can't tell if he's got some weird jaw structure or if he's got a beard, but I doubt his beard will be white. It doesn't look like he's had hair there for a while, so maybe he had hair there. You can't really see his ears or anything, but he has an obsession with the Grand Canyon and he keeps going back there, so maybe. What's that? Is that just snow? Is that there? Could that be another man?
In this photo, he's about 20 years younger than the one I'm showing you on screen now. But I think we can easily admit the mouth has that same weird curl when he smiles.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah.
And the nose...
Wait. That looks mad similar. And the eyes look kind of weirdly similar, like a bit empty, but they're kind of there. Does that make sense? It makes sense.
Is practically identical. And from what we can tell, the general face structure that isn't covered by the cloak, it's very similar to that of Robert's. And on top of that, the white areas to me on this guy's face don't look like natural skin color, but makeup. And according to OP, this photo was taken in the late 1970s, which is the same general time when Robert took the lives of his family.
Okay, I gotta read this. On the morning of December 30th, bro, after Christmas, the wives of Spangler's 45-year-old wife and their 17-year-old son and 15-year-old, I'm assuming, daughter were found in a Spangler home in Littleton. Who the fuck lives there? California. All three had been shot with a .38 caliber handgun. The daughter partially closed in the bed and been shot in the back. The son also in bed and been shot in his chest. The mother was over typewriter in the basement with a bullet wound overhead at type. Oh shit. Okay, I can kind of see how you got away with this one. I can't lie. It was 1970s. Shit wasn't that advanced. He faked a suicide note and faked like a suicide after getting the kids. But where was he? What was his like alibi? So where he had an affair with a co-worker, Sharon Cooper. He said he left the house early in the morning and returned to the bodies after discovered the story changed between two separate private polygraph exams. Answers inclusive. Okay. He did have a little bit of alibi, but I mean, for the 1970s, I can see why he kind of got away with it. I'm not saying it's a good thing he got away with it, but I can see why he got away with it.
Further, I find it odd that Robert just got the idea on a whim to push his wife into the canyon. And to really top this one off, this was like a cherry. It didn't even take much looking. Even stranger is that I found an article from 1993, the same year that Robert's wife disappeared, air quotes, into the canyon. It turns out that 6 others met their end that same way in the Grand Canyon.
I'm seeing the links and he looks a bit like him. Bro, this guy should be a detective. Or maybe I should be a detective. Damn. Bro, we decipher this shit together. We kind of work together on this. We kind of going back and forth. We kind of share some of the same ideas, though, as well. We kind of went back and forth, shared some of the same ideas. Like, had some stuff going in both heads. We're both thinking the same way about it. But he just put more research in. We could be like a tag team, like Batman and Superman. Or like Good Cop, Bad Cop. Or like 21 Jump Street. We could have some shit going, like a little dynamic. Solve some, like, other unsolved mysteries. So I hit him up, we could do that shit. But I mean, I think we could be like hop into like the detective crime scene type shit, because we were kind of going back and forth in it. How do you determine? Okay, I'm not even.
4 of which happened in the same 3-day period.
Allegedly, 4 happened in the same 3-day period. That's a red flag, buddy.
This article was published by the AP.
Detective Josh is on this. As
an attempt to quell suspicions that these deaths weren't accidental, meaning that people were thinking there might be a murder in the Grand Canyon, and if you can guess, this can't even be made up.
Is that Dexter? What's he doing? I never watched Dexter.
If you had to guess, who do you think the AP interviewed for this article about allegedly accidental deaths in the Grand Canyon? You guessed it, Robert Spangler.
I might have said that shit, but... And he just admitted that there were like 6 dead, and there were like a lot dead. That kind of links it back, bro. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that. I wouldn't even check that. I was just thinking, there was like 7 the same year. Maybe if I read this, maybe if I was the one reading that, I would like go there. But I mean, if me and him were in a tag team, we could be on like some real detective type stuff. Because we can't. I say once again, we kind of went back and forth. I mean, hit me up, Scooper Cooper. We could do some detective stuff. But I mean, damn, they interviewed him. The guy. Oh, maybe okay. Maybe okay. I'm gonna say it. Maybe the point of the interview was about his wife, because I've read it, and his wife. Okay, but it was about his wife, and his wife done with climb after. Okay.
Hangler, the guy who just pushed his wife over the edge.
Look, mad similar again. Not from that angle. Yeah, sort of. I'm trying to see the nose. The nose looks wider. I don't know. The lips kind of look the same though. I guess they have that weird. They have a psychopath smile. That's what it is. It's like a forced smile, like a Dexter smile. You know, Dexter has kind of like pretend he has emotions. It looks like he's pretending he has emotions.
Just saying, there's a lot of odd twists.
He doesn't look happy in the eyes. He looks like he's just kind of like smiling.
Incidences here, and perhaps Robert is guilty of a lot more than we're aware of. After all, even when dying of both brain and lung cancer, he would only admit to the killings that he knew he couldn't be sued for, that being his first family and his wife Donna that he pushed into the canyon. Utterly despicable.
Wait, how was he going to be sued if he was dying? Why did he care about being sued if he was dying? What? Oh, so the families wouldn't get... Okay, the families wouldn't get money. Okay, I get it. Second off, why do you think he just randomly snapped? Do you think he was just always like that? Or like, so he like... maybe he's like... I don't know, but... Do you reckon he was like fantasizing about it for ages? Like some Dharma type stuff, and then he just went and did it? Like, do you reckon that's what it is? He just went and did it, and that's how it happened? Because that seems like most likely, but then again, like, he could have just one day gone, I'm going to kill you. Like, I'm going to kill you. I don't know what would drive him to that, like, point, though.
And for...
Like, I don't think a normal human goes, yeah, I'm just going to kill my wife and kids. Like, you genuinely have, like, a biological attachment that your mind goes, I need to protect these children. So something serious has got to be fucked up in your head to be able to do that.
Reference, I don't know if you've ever been hiking, but this is a photo taken just a short while before Donna met her end. And they are indicative of just about every boomer couple you pass while walking along a trail. And it really does make you think. So taking it all the way back to OP's original post, clearly someone is in that photo, we know it wasn't edited, and I don't think a hoax is the most likely solution. So if we're assuming it's real, then who is it? With all these things that line up, certainly Spangler is at the very least a good guess. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below. Oh! Alrighty, you guys.
I'm not watching your fuck-ass outro. I love you, Cooper, but I'm not turning notifications on, but I really liked your video now. I mean, that was a good video. I mean, he hit on the...